I have officially been running and operating this YouTube channel for 730 days. It's a pretty long time. And in this video, I'm going to talk about how this last year went, what I've learned, and hopefully how you can apply some of these things to your YouTube journey. So let's get into it. So what's up, everybody? My name is Nate Killian, and if you're new here, on this channel I make short films, comedy skits, filmmaking tutorials, and I talk about all the different ways that you can tell stories and be a filmmaker. So if any of that interests you, would love for you to consider subscribing to the channel, because that'd be pretty sick. Be pretty dope if you did that. And if you're not new here, welcome back to the channel, and welcome to the new setup. I've been putting in some time into building out this office into an official YouTube studio. So this is kind of the setup I'm working with right now. I'm not 100% committed to it. You know, I might move some stuff around on the shelf there. Might put some other stuff on the shelf there, you know. It's all about the stuff. But once this whole studio is done, I'm going to do a video about, you know, the new setup. You'll see beyond just this desk area, and you'll see the whole revamp of the studio. So a year ago today, I made a video just like this one, my 1 year of YouTube, here's what I've learned. And since then, a lot has changed and a lot has happened. So in that video a year ago, I talked about how in my first year of YouTube, I went from 78 like miscellaneous subscribers to 451. And a year later, present day, we have gone from 451 subscribers to, at this very moment, 1,888 subs. So that is a significant increase in a year, more than double, you know, what I had the first year of YouTube. So, and honestly, some of you might hear that number and think that's not that much growth in 2 years. But you know what? Sometimes you got to grow slow to grow it all. And I am so grateful and thankful for any growth at all. For real, I'm so grateful for everybody that subscribes to this channel. I just want to say thank you so much. Really, like, thank you so much to everybody who subscribes and watches these videos. I really do. I thank God for everybody who watches these videos and subscribes to this channel. The support has been absolutely amazing. I read every comment. I really do. I read every single comment. My channel's not that big. I don't get blown up with that many comments. So when they do come, I read them. And it has been so amazing and encouraging that people will share with me that they love the content that I'm putting out, and they'll tell me they're gonna like binge my whole channel, and they're so glad that they found me in these early stages of my YouTube journey. And thank you so much. It is so encouraging, and it means so much to me. Really, thank you. It's been so unbelievably cool and awesome to me that there are people who will comment and say that they are inspired to go make their first short film, or they're inspired to start making comedy skits. That is the whole goal of this channel, man. Like, that is the goal, to inspire you to be a storyteller, to start becoming a filmmaker, and to tell your stories. And if you're doing that and you're letting me know about that, thank you so much. Thank you so much. It is such a blessing. It is such an honor to hear that, you're inspired by the stuff I get to make. And lastly, there's been so many people this year who have shared their work with me, who have told me that they were inspired by me to make that work, and then I get to see it. That is so cool. And there's people who share their work with me and they want feedback, or they have questions about how they can make things better. Dude, it's so cool that you would even care like what I think. That is awesome. It has been so cool just watching your stuff. Please keep sharing with me everything that you make and put together. I love watching it. I love giving you guys feedback. It is really, just like I said, such a blessing and such an honor. Okay, so this year I had a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff went well. There are a lot of challenges, but let's start off with what went well this year. My 2021 to 2022 YouTube career. Rhyme unintended there. So number one, felt like I really narrowed down and stayed in my niche this year, more so than I did in year number one. In year one, I was all over the place with all the different types of videos and content I wanted to make. And this year I felt like I really stuck with making short films, skits, and filmmaking tutorials. Of course, I made the occasional vlog, but overall I felt like I really lived in my niche more, knew more of what type of content I should make and how I should make it. Number 2, we tried new styles of filmmaking this year, and in my opinion, it paid off, baby. Created my first fake movie trailer, Lonely, with my good friend Mark.
What did you do to me? Every week, every day, every hour, I see him.
And man, dude, that was a ton of fun to make. I had so much fun making that. I was really, really happy with how that came out. The whole goal with that movie trailer was, let's make a fake movie trailer that's so good that people think it's real. And honestly, I feel like we achieved that goal. I had so many people like reach out to me and like either text me or leave a comment and say like, dude, film looks so cool. Can't wait for it to come out. When's it coming out? And as disappointed as some people were to hear that it was fake, I was really glad because that was the point. Like, the goal was to convince you it was a real movie. That being said, maybe I should write the script. I don't know. Just throwing it out there. But yeah, it was really cool that people thought it was real. And I was super proud of it. It challenged me as a filmmaker, but I really loved it. I had a lot of fun. Third thing that I learned this year, and I feel like I'm currently learning still, is learning to take the pressure off myself. I really believe that God is putting me on a path to learn how to rest more and not feel the need to overwork myself and like blast out content. I also kind of feel like he's putting me on this path to not care so much about how I appear to people. There have been times this year where I went through periods where I was like, I gotta upload soon. I gotta upload all the footage. I gotta upload all these videos. Are people gonna think I'm not trying? And then there was also this part of me that was like, I gotta make short films if people want to think I'm this filmmaker, you know, and that's just pressure I don't need. I started this channel from the beginning because it was fun. So anytime that I find myself putting a ton of pressure on myself, that is not fun. So really trying to learn the balance of putting in the work to do this and not putting in the work to do this because I have set these unrealistic pressures and ideas for myself. So those are some of the things that went well this year, some of the things that I'm actually currently still going through. But now on to the things that I've learned this year. Some of the things are challenging, some are not, some are a mix of both. So hopefully what I'm about to share you can take and apply to yourself when you start your YouTube journey or if you're currently on it. These are the things that I learned. Number 1, people can be really mean. Like I said earlier, man, I read all the comments, which may not be the best idea. Like, my channel's pretty small, so 1, I don't get that many comments, but 2, most of the times when people do take the time to share a comment, it's not necessarily bad. However, some people just don't hold back at all. like at all. And that's fine. And I just want to say, I appreciate feedback. I really do. I want feedback. I want you guys to tell me like, hey Nate, you probably could have done that better, because that's going to help me grow as a filmmaker. And I also am aware that I am not a perfect human being. I am a faulty, I have things I do wrong all the time. I work with a team of people every day, creating content, working together with other people. And sometimes I give feedback that is not always the best way to deliver feedback. So I totally get it. However, I'd like to challenge you, if you are one of those people that leaves these types of comments, my challenge to you is to share how you feel about my work, or if you feel compelled to give me constructive feedback, do it with love. Just do it with love. Can we pretend that you and I are in the same room together? We're not just behind screens and you're never gonna meet me and it's not real and it's all fake. It's real to me. Just pretend that, we're having a real conversation. And something that I've learned is that, it's the internet and some people just don't care. And here's what I'm going to say in response to that. This channel is all about building community and building each other up, not tearing each other down. So if you want to be a part of that, I welcome you. And, keep sharing your feedback with me. Let's try and do it in a way that honors one another. That's that. Woo! Number 2, second thing I learned this year is don't be afraid to switch it up. Don't be afraid to switch it up, Nate. And you, if you're watching this. Number 1 way I tried to switch it up this year was by making that movie trailer. I had never done that before. It was totally new to my channel. It was similar in my channel, and it was a type of storytelling I had never done. And it was so much fun. It challenged me. It was great, and I got great feedback from it. So don't be afraid to switch it up. And I mean, look at this studio. I was sitting in the same spot for the last year, and I was like, I want to do something different. So we're switching up the studio. And I hope that you guys like the new setup or begin to. And as I add stuff and take stuff out and you see the whole place, I hope you enjoy it because I'm enjoying it already. So don't be afraid to switch things up. And number 3, something I'm learning, but feel like I learned a lot about, was just making better vlogs. When it comes to vlogging, I heard this phrase that I will never unhear. It was from Gary Vee, and it was don't create, document. And I think there's context around that. If you're somebody that's trying to blast out content and blast out vlogs, and you're trying to make daily vlogs and everything, don't feel like you need to create and do these very elaborate things like, I put 1 million marbles inside of a apartment pool building gym, or I spent $10 million in a Walmart in Louisiana. You can do things and document yourself as you go, and there's different little things you can do to make vlogs more entertaining. Like, 1, you can create a story with what you're doing. There are editing techniques that make your vlogs more entertaining. There are ways you can speak to the camera that make your vlogs more entertaining. There's things you can show on camera that make your vlogs more entertaining. A great person to watch if you want to learn how to vlog better is Peter Lindgren. He's my favorite YouTuber. He's been a huge inspiration to me for why I even have a YouTube channel, and I have used a lot of his tips when it comes to making these videos, and it has been awesome to watch him. So if you're into vlogging and you want to learn how to vlog better, I highly recommend checking out Peter Lindgren from Sweden. Boom. Moving on, here are some things that you can expect from this channel this coming year. More short films, skits, filmmaking tutorials, and filmmaking vlogs. I want to try to make more vlogs that are more in the niche of filmmaking that filmmakers can relate to or filmmakers would want to watch. Not so much like my when I shaved my beard this year style vlog. Though that was pretty fun. But making more vlogs that are more geared towards filmmakers. And of course, I am probably going to sprinkle in those fun vlogs that are like shaving my beard. Another thing that I think you can look forward to this year with this channel, and I'm looking forward to this year with this channel, is more behind the scenes, just showing you guys how I make these videos and these films, how I get these ideas, my process for doing these things, and how you can do these things yourself. Maybe you can take my process and adapt it to your own situation, just teaching you guys what it's like for me to make a film or make these videos. I do hope, the third thing that you can expect is that I am hoping to upload more content this year. And I know that kind of contradicts what I just said about pressure to upload, but I feel like I have a lot more ideas on how I can make more content this year. I can make more tutorials and behind the scenes that will hopefully generate more content ideas. With the short films, I do have a few planned already, but they really take a lot of time to put together. I think I only uploaded 3 short films and 5 skits this year. And I made mini stories that were parts of my tutorials. But man, they take so long to put together. They take a ton of time and work to put together. So when I try to upload more content this year, I'm probably going to end up making more tutorials than films. And however, like I said, I got some ideas planned. So hopefully I can make more than just 3 short films this year. So in conclusion, the goal of this channel, the mission of this channel, like I've said in the past, is not to convince you that I am this great, amazing filmmaker. And if you watch my work and you learn from me, you too will be this great, amazing filmmaker because I'm still learning to be a filmmaker. I'm still growing as a filmmaker. My goal is to not give you a fish, but teach you how to fish. You know, I want to teach you the basics. I want to help you get started. I want to help you eliminate the roadblocks that are stopping you from becoming a filmmaker, because I've been there. I've been in the position where I wanted to do this and I had a million excuses and I was scared and I was nervous and I was insecure about stepping out and becoming a filmmaker. You know, and I believe, you know, God pushed me through that barrier, and now I want to help you push through that barrier. Because filmmaking is so much fun. It is so rewarding, and telling stories is my favorite thing in the world, and I just want to share that with you. So that is 2 years of YouTube in review, and I learned a lot, and I hope that you can take some of the things that I talked about today and apply them to yourself as you go on your YouTube journey. Hey, if you like this video, give it a like, because believe it or not, it actually helps me and the channel a ton when you do that. If you haven't already, would love for you to consider subscribing to the channel. That way you and I can continue to grow as storytellers together. So thanks again. Thanks for watching. Keep telling stories, and I'll see you in the next video. Can't really spin anymore because I'm at the desk and there's not a lot of space.